Welcome. So nice to have such a great turnout. I love it. And I see a lot of familiar faces and friends and some new ones too. So that's fabulous. So as Tom mentioned, I am really passionate about this topic because before I started my own company about 20 years ago now, it's been more than 20 years, but we just say 20 plus years. We don't exactly specify anymore. I worked in corporate America for a number of companies that you might know: Chase Manhattan, Exxon, Equifax, UPS. I was even a professor for a little while, which is really how I got the teaching, training, coaching bug. And I had good bosses and I had bad bosses. And I worked on great high-performing teams, and I also worked on some dysfunctional teams. Can anyone relate to this? And I worked for some companies that had great corporate cultures and some that were not so much. So what was really apparent to me is that it makes such a difference in terms of how you live your life, how you feel about all areas of your life. So for me, being able to help leaders and teams be more effective really has an impact personally as well as professionally. And I'm sure many of you are in this field for that reason as well. So what I'd like to talk about is the fact that this is really a competitive advantage. And I've stated that, but I'll reemphasize that. And also really give you an overview of this whole process. It's really a series of facilitated conversations. I wouldn't call it a training program so much as a real facilitated process. And I have the opportunity to do some work with Spelman College using this process next week. And a number of other clients and so forth were in the works talking about implementing this in their organizations. But really, it's all about trust as the foundation and how to manage conflict effectively. Because a lot of times when we hear conflict, we kind of want to run away from it. And I'll share with you all the fabulous tools that are in this program to really help you look at conflict in a more productive way. And I'm going to walk through the report at a high level, and we'll see how far we get. I've got some samples around the room, and I didn't make copies enough for everyone, but I can certainly email you them after the fact. They look prettier in color. I just made some black and white copies for you to share. And as I walk through it, you can look at that with a partner, okay? And again, if you're interested, I'll tell you how you can bring this into your organization, and you can ask me any questions at the end.